So I was talking with the group about kind of our reasoning behind it. Inflation's not transitory right now. It's not going away. We're looking at a minimum of 2 solid years of increased inflation. It's not going away. Everything I'm reading is pointing towards that. You know, as staff members, we're trying to maintain our level of income so that we don't have to go out and pick up second jobs. You know, those of us that have other adults in our families at work, they've already gone to work. You know, that's happening in my family. Those that don't, it's going to be putting them in a pinch if we keep losing our buying power due to inflation. So looking at that, really, even going to 6%, we're losing money. We're stepping backwards. Since it was 6.5, so we're losing 0.5% of our buying power, and that's in the face of an economy that is raging inflation, fuel prices. I've paid more for gas for my car than I've ever done. So that's why we're coming back with 6%. But it's from here on out, it's going to hurt for us to go further down. So that's why we came back with a 6.
You guys are looking at the next year, but we have to look at the long picture. And you're right, you're going to lose money to inflation, but I don't see the legislature catching up the next few years either. And so,
you guys, I just got my tax assessment.
yeah, and you aren't going to like it.
No, but you guys are.
No,
You
it
guys-
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us. I mean, Chad might pay a little bit less on his farmland, but, you know.
My assessed value was the same as last year.
Mine was almost double.
Well, you know, looking at the numbers down here, looking at the amount that was banked last year, so there was $123,630 banked last year. Our current fund balance is 55% compared to other schools.
No, it's a 55% fund balance.
Oh.
Bigger schools, it's one of the highest in the state. You guys are set pretty well. Moscow's is around 19.
And, you know, one of the reasons to have that excess there is for a rainy day.
You guys got like a couple rainy days.
This is that rainy day. You know, we have to at least, just looking at the way the economy has been driven in the last, year and a half-ish, we have at least 2 years more to weather this. And looking at that fund balance, it's more than significant. You know, I've worked with other districts that had big fund balances there, and other than having it sit in the bank, there's not really truly a purpose for it. It just sits there as kind of it just sits there. Are we going to get out of this? Yeah, it's probably going to happen. But right now, in the meantime, that's what it's for. It's to rely on to help get us through the rainy day. In this case, a torrential rain, one that we haven't seen since the 80s, when you know, your mortgage rates were in the double digits, and that's kind of where we're headed.
I don't think mortgage rates should be double digits. I can't predict the future.
Really, the fund balance, the way it is, makes it easier to run the school, more comfortable. I do not trust the legislature or the governor to do the right thing if we get hit by a recession. I think the first thing they'll do is pull the money back from us. And so, you know, there's that issue, and then there's the tax issue with everybody's assessment going up. You know, it's gonna be a crapshoot whether we can pass the levy. I'm hoping we can. So there's just a lot of uncertainties for us. Of course, there always is, and I agree with that.
But this is the first year we've really pushed for something outside of what SBA is. And it's because of the 6.1%.
I understand. I understand your position.
And us doing what we've done in the past has allowed you to build up that fund balance.
Yeah, but I think we've been more fair in the last few years with the increases we get done too. I mean, we'll make a counter out 4.5. You guys can start to do the math, figure out where we're headed. Where we'd like to be. Will we go higher than 4.5? Yeah.
Well, then why not just tell us where that is?
Well, because, okay, 5%, that's where we want to be.
Okay,
That's where we want, 5%.
Let's take
then we can talk.
this.
If we'll cut to the chase, that's where we want to be, is 5%.